Chorai olhos, chorai olhos, as penas do coração, as penas juntam-se aos molhos, os molhos deitam-me ao chão, os molhos deitam-me ao chão, quase não consigo andar. Já me dói o coração.
of a Pigeon podcast.
Hi, thanks
Hello,
for having us.
Mr. Pigeon.
Hello, Mr. People. How do you say Mr. in plural? Misters.
Yeah.
Misters people. Misters person?
Humans?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
We have Cristina here. We have Nuno. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
You guys are very cool. Your music is very cool. And what we heard right in the beginning was a song by your project, Cristina.
Yes.
Yes, it's called Hummana, your project, your
Yes.
artist name.
Yes. I mean, the project is called Humana, and the song was called Carga, and it's actually a very, very old song from Madera. It's like a traditional song sang by the peasants, and it came through generations, and everybody kind of knows this song in Madera, but we grabbed it and made it more modern and with a new style. And actually, this is what we do in most of the songs in Humana project. Is we take those old melodies, old poems, old stories that my grandparents and moms told us, and we put it in new songs. I mean, we do our own versions of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very tribal.
Yeah.
Also, the other songs, I heard the album as well before that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. It sounds really great. And
Thank you.
I heard first your album, and then I heard Nuno's music, Nuno and The End. And then I realized that, all right, you both make music together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear definitely the influences on each other.
He's the producer of this album, so
Yes, and it's very distinct because there is something very special about your sound, Nuno, about the way you create this epicness that continues, and the whole designing, because there are some sounds that are not acoustic. You also use a lot of electronic elements.
Yeah.
So that I found very original, and I really like it.
Thank you.
It grabbed my attention. They're good sounds. And also I'm curious about Madera Islands. You both come from there, from Portugal.
yes, we do. We came to Berlin about 4 years ago.
Before Corona?
Yeah.
That
was the right time to come.
Yes, it was like 3 or 4 months before everything shut down, and it was the perfect time to both get out of the island.
Yeah. Otherwise, we would be stuck on the island. We would still be there,
Crazy.
just cutting our wrists.
Probably.
Yeah. So we're safe here in Berlin. People say, "Oh my God, that was bad luck. You came here in Corona time." I would say this was meant to. We created these albums during pandemic. In fact, we were at home, and we had the best time of our lives because we couldn't work anymore because everything was shut down to artists. So we got this aid from this investment bank that was helping people, freelancers. Then we got help from Job Center for the first time.
Was it a grant the bank gave to you?
Yeah,
or was it
a grant, yes.
Grant. So they just give money, the banks?
They did.
Really?
Not anymore, but it was for
Not
the
anymore, but
Corona aid.
How much did they give?
They gave us 10,000 euros.
Wow. It was so easy when Corona started.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I
we
remember
need
also-
more
We
Corona.
miss those times.
We need Corona for artists. Corona for artists.
Everyone who was freelance, I was not a freelance back then, but my friends, they were freelance, and they told me they just registered in the Berlin Sofort Hilfe, and after 2 days, they received the money to their bank
Yeah.
accounts. 9,000 euros, just like that.
Yeah.
Easy.
Amazing.
Easy.
Yeah.
It was-
Yeah.
it was-
We couldn't believe it either.
But
It's
now
like,
everything is expensive because
Yes,
of that.
now.
Yeah.
Because
So-
they took the money not from storage of safety for bad times. They just printed more money into the circulation.
you're saying that everything is expensive now because of that?
Yeah, they made up new money that was not existed
Ah.
to pay us, so the economy will not collapse because it was illegal basically to be outside. outside.
So Putin was behind all this, man. You
No.
fucker. Okay.
These lizard people behind all this.
Yeah.
But how was Madeira in Corona? I think they also were quite open, right? Or no? They were still...
No,
Oh, true. Yeah, Portugal was...
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
bad
it was
times.
bad.
Yeah.
So we were at home here in Berlin. We got this money,
Yeah.
and we were saying to our friends, "This is every musician's dream.
It is.
We have money to pay the bills, and we're doing only what we want. We are creating, composing, doing music. What could be better than this?" It's like, but in Madera, musicians were complaining, we don't get any help. We don't know how to pay the bills. We cannot play. And the government didn't help as here.
Yeah.
They did, but really small amounts.
Yeah, and not
it
for
was
everybody.
not for everybody, and it was very complicated.
Yeah. It was
So-
a big privilege to be here in
Yeah.
Corona
Yes,
times.
we were
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
lucky to be here.
And you made the whole album. How long did it take you to make both of the albums?
Both, like 1 year and a half. This because I take time. I'm so perfectionist, and like I want it to be perfect. Always so like we do like the arrangements, and then we record the voice, and then when I mix it, I started changing things. At the end, it's like a complete different version from the beginning.
Really?
I do a really creative mixing. I'm always changing things and cutting that. This is too much. No, this is boring. Or this song. No, we take it out. So I think
And you
like
do
that.
it while you're mixing.
Sometimes when I mix, like this is not working because this part here, it's just no. It's like
But it worked when you made the arrangement. But now when you mix it, it doesn't work anymore.
So after we finished recording, we stopped for a while. Like we give it a 2 weeks break, and then before mixing, just to clear the ears. And then when I sit to mix, it's like, okay, let's do this slowly. And okay, this is not good. Oh, this sounds better like that. And then sometimes I cut a lot of things.
Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes the whole song.
Yeah, sometimes there are
The
songs
whole
that like,
No,
why? No, this one, no.
Yeah.
You just completely thrash them.
Yeah.
Into the garbage.
Yeah.
We keep it. We
keep
still
them.
keep it, but not for this album.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
you started basically from scratch with money that you received from the government and some banks.
Yeah.
Wow, this is perfect, huh?
This is this is the first album for Hummana. Nuno And The End is older. It's my 4th album, but I did it here in the pandemic as well. During
About,
the pandemic.
Nuno And The End.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is the name of the album?
Infinity.
Infinity. Yeah, there are some subjects that you talk about in this album about not everyday concerns, let's say, something more abstract, some metaphysics stuff.
Yeah. This has to do, in fact, with the pandemic situation, because I was so angry with the world. I was not angry, but deceived. Like I was shocked with humankind, because I was seeing people against each other. It was like I saw a lot of discrimination and people fighting each
What
other.
kind of discrimination did you saw?
I mean, this whole thing about the vaccine and the non-vaccine people against vaccine and people pro. But instead of, I mean, we have the same issue. Like let's talk about this. Let's discuss it in a normal way. Like everyone, I agree with you or disagree with you. That's fine. But in this case, it was like a shocking experience, because people were against each other. It's like, if you don't agree with me, you're stupid or you're an idiot, and vice versa. So I was completely disappointed with humankind, and I wanted just to get on a spaceship and just I want to go to another planet, man. This is so stupid.
To join Elon Musk in his plans to go to
I
Mars.
should have sent him the
Yeah.
the album. Maybe
Still time to do that.
still time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Why
you can
not?
hack his Tesla car and play it when he doesn't know.
Oh, so it could play in all the cars.
Yeah, also you can
Let's hire a hacker.
I
Right?
need a good hacker. If a good hacker is hearing me, I don't have a lot of money, so it's safe.
If anyone who is a hacker by any chance listening to us,
Yes, please help
Yeah,
us
comment
with
somewhere.
Elon Musk.
let's hack his car. It's crazy if I just go to the subject about hacking cars, on the one hand it can be cool, but then on the other hand, when everything is being controlled by a PC,
Yeah.
and if I hack someone's car, I can do whatever I want with that, or they can do
It's
whatever they want
crazy.
with my car.
Yeah, that's scary.
Scary shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But on the other hand, you can customize as well the Tesla cars. So if you want to make the horn, it's not like bam. You can put whatever
Really?
you want. Yeah.
Oh my
You
God!
can put
I
like
want that.
birds. You can
Oh,
put any
that's so
sound that you want. You
nice.
can also download sounds and put it on the PC there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine we could record like, get the fuck out of my face and
Oh my
when
God.
you horn.
Really, it just said it was talking about birds.
Oh, sorry.
Really,
It's also possible, Maybe you can choose a different one. Maybe it's a bird that's saying, "Get the fuck out of my face." Maybe it's the Twitter bird.
It could be. Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah, it's really interesting. What if all the horns in the car would be tuned to a major chord,
Yeah.
major 7 chord?
that is Stockhausen and Stockhausen and the Cage,
John Cage.
John Cage.
What is this?
Well, those are the guys that usually do concerts like that, like concert for helicopters or
Yeah, I
or
know.
for things like that.
Real music.
Yeah,
Or a concert that it's just people
Experimental.
clapping. The
yeah.
concert
Do you know
didn't
John,
happen.
John Cage?
I never heard this name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John Gates.
John Cage.
Cage.
Cage. Yeah.
John Cage.
It's really interesting guy.
So
Yeah.
there is a concert and no one is playing, but the crowd is applauding.
Yeah, I mean, there's the score of the piece is just pause, pause, pause. I mean, it's full
Oh, yeah,
of
this I heard
it's
something.
empty,
Yeah, you're
and there's a piano player there for performing. But I guess somebody told me that there's start as the piece starts, there start to have some people talking like whispering and moving, and then gets louder, and that's the piece, the actual what he wanted, the reaction to the non-music. It's
The reaction of the audience.
the
Yeah.
audience
That's the actual performance.
yeah, exactly, something like
Wow,
that.
this is very abstract.
It is.
Thinking about it, it's so...
Twisted.
wow.
So the epic moment of the song is someone saying, "Boring! I want to go home. I want my money back." Something like that.
It's a scam.
Yeah, it's a scam.
It reminds me, in Israel, there was a coffee that it was called pretend coffee. I can really not translate it, but it's like a coffee. And you would just go there, you would sit there, you would order, but you will never get coffee. And you would pretend that you're getting coffee.
Do
and
you pay for the
Yeah, you would pay. You would order and you would pay. Yeah, pretend coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretend coffee.
yeah. And it again reminds me of the invisible painting that was sold for millions. It's the concept.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get it, but I wouldn't put my money on it. But
I think it's the herd mentality.
yeah,
When there is something that attracts a lot of attention from people, they think there is something big there. And there is something it's worth because there is a reason why there are so many people here.
yeah,
And then it becomes like a predictable behavior, because once people are in a group, you can predict the group behavior, right? The individual is not predictable, but when there is a group, it
Yes.
becomes way more predictable than individual.
Good point.
yeah.
And maybe that's also what happened in Corona. Not to say that it was planned or something like that, but it was very strange that in Instagram, you know, when you posted a reel or a selfie, the first thing you had is the sticker "Stay home" and
Oh,
like hashtag safe or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's by accident, maybe not.
maybe not.
But
It's
I
then
don't
when
know.
everyone do that, you know, if your friend, if your family are posting their photo and they have this heart, stay home, uh,
Yeah.
be safe, protect your grandparents, then it's the herd mentality that goes with that,
yeah,
Yes.
and then it just goes with whatever it is.
It's
mass psychology.
yeah.
Yes.
So crazy.
Subliminal messages. I don't know.
Well, let's do pretend concerts. We know we don't play anyway, so
It's
so
kind
it would
of
be easy. Like we
yeah.
can say to venues, we don't need you. We'll do it. We'll do pretend concerts.
Just stay on the door, looking at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
You can just sit on the stage and people pretend to listen to you.
Maybe we'll have more audience.
Oh, maybe.
We have to
Maybe.
try it.
Yeah. It's something very interesting, you know, when you have something cheap, then people are usually want to hustle even cheaper for this. But when there is something expensive, something luxurious, no one is really asking why it's so expensive.
I'm going to ask you something delicate.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't want to offend because that is not my point. But do you think people are stupid? And I'm going to tell you why I'm asking this, because the other day we were talking with a guy that was telling us you have to think simple and stupid. That's what people like. And I was shocked because I said, no, I don't think people are stupid. But then I see every day, and I'm talking about music and the culture in general. At the same time, I get surprised with the people that enjoys and gives opinion about this and that and about music and all that. But then I see a very cheap, bad taste to several things, and I wonder: should we do stupid music for stupid people? Are people stupid or not? Don't answer.
It's a really good question, because I do have an answer for that. I think that people are not stupid, but we are very emotional.
Yes, that's
And
good.
I would not say emotionally stupid, even that most of us are not really emotionally developed, but we're easily manipulated because we have those emotions. So I would not say stupid, but maybe not aware.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why it might seem stupid, because if someone is not aware that it's being manipulated, then it looks like a stupid person.
Okay.
But I think deep inside, we feel very intense emotions. And the most wide example that exists is basically supermarkets. I believe that supermarkets, unless they're really good ones, the most average supermarkets, I would say 70-80% is not being made to be eaten by people. It's not quality that humans can really eat and thrive on that. But this is food that we all go and buy, you know,
Yeah.
like you have this white bread that you buy in the
Yeah.
nylon bag. I don't know if this is really healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, white bread is not really healthy, but what is going on there?
Yeah.
It's so processed to be the perfect shape, the perfect
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah.
And then we have sugar, everything.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, and those stuff, we don't really think about it because for us it's normal. I want a pizza, I have a frozen pizza somewhere, someone made it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's every day is in front of you. And
Yeah.
probably brands pay good money to have them just in the right shelf. So you can, as soon as you enter the supermarket, you just see that brand or see that sugar or see that bread. And you see that for a whole week. And then at the end of the week, you just buy it, take it home.
Yeah, but it's not the problem. What if it's a good brand?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what is a good brand?
A brand that takes care of you, that wants your best interest.
Like
And also to
beer company,
be a company.
beer
in a way.
company, a beer company product.
In a way, yeah. This microphone Neumann, for example, it's they really
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah,
And the
yeah.
microphones are just incredible. Even if they make like cheap microphones, this is the cheapest. It's not really cheap, but it's the cheapest they have.
It will be good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It just brings up everything higher.
Okay, but here I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
But talking about supermarkets and
but that's the thing. Why would food go so cheap? Who allowed this to happen? And is this evil, or is this pure? We want to make more money because we want to make it more efficient. So we use those. They're a bit cheaper. We can make more profits. But then, on the way, as we progress with that, we realize those products are not so good to use them in agriculture, or those kind of products not good to be consumed by people. It's like cigarettes. I don't know if you guys smoke, but I think tobacco is not really tobacco. I think there is no tobacco leaves in tobacco that we buy in supermarkets. It's full of chemicals, full of stuff. There is no ingredients even on the package, so you
Yeah.
don't really know
Yeah.
what's inside there.
I suppose so.
It's also illegal to grow tobacco ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know when you, what was my point about it?
Yeah, we should have
About
chickens.
yeah.
people awareness and
Yeah.
Yeah, about in the 70s, you had the commercials that every doctor recommends you to smoke a cigarette.
yeah, I remember that.
Well,
Yeah.
what is the truth?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
We need to use our brains, but it's difficult when we have life and work and kids and family
Yeah.
and the stress, and we're not good with money, so we don't have enough this, and inflation is coming, and there's always all this stuff coming, and war with Russia and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't have time to look for our own food. We
Yeah.
distrust.
Yeah. And what's healthy and what's not, because today you will find any product or any food, someone will say, oh, this is not good for your health.
Yeah.
Like salmon. Salmon is not good for your health, but many years people say eat fish. Salmon is very healthy, and then salmon's not good. And then broccoli. We heard something about broccoli that was
Yeah, I
not
can't
very
remember
healthy.
what it was.
What?
Yeah, but I
Broccoli
was
is not
shocked. I mean,
healthy now.
Wow, what? Yeah. Wow.
So nothing is healthy.
We should have our own chickens and have our own eggs and
Yes.
yeah, and feed the chickens with our own grains, and that's it.
But then a nutritionist will say, don't eat chicken because it's not good for your health.
Yeah,
But what does she know, the nutritionist?
They-
Sometimes she learned something 10 years ago and she gets stuck with the same information.
yeah.
true.
And then she keeps on saying that, because she also got life, got family, got kids, so she don't have extra time to go and update what she knows.
Yeah.
True.
So we're kind of more pragmatic. We try it, and if we feel better, yeah, this is good.
Yeah. But it's like
Yeah.
music in a way. It's like a good instrument. You guys are playing instruments?
Yes.
Yes.
What kind of instruments are you playing?
So I do play. I will say it in Portuguese. I play rajão and viola de arame. Those are two of the three traditional instruments from Madeira. They are little guitars. They rajão, for example, it's like we say it's like the grandfather of the ukulele.
Oh, cool.
So it came from the north of Portugal, the cavaquinho, Portuguese also little guitar. They with the ships, with the people that colonized Madeira, they bring the instruments to Madeira, and then there was this one guy one day that took this rajão to Hawaii, and then they adapted. They took one string out, so it's not 5. In the ukulele now has 4 strings. And so we say rajão is the grandfather of the ukulele. Yeah,
Oh.
so I do play this traditional guitars.
But she's basically a singer.
Yeah, but yeah.
So it's very,
Yes,
very
I
nice
also-
voice. So
What about you, Nuno?
I'm a pianist.
Pianist?
Yeah.
Upright piano or grand? Any
Whatever,
keyboards?
whatever. If it has keys, it's good.
All right. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, with
Cool.
keys you can do anything today, right? You just put some
Yeah.
instrument on it. Yeah.
Basically,
Very
yes.
versatile.
Yes.
And can you recognize between an instrument that is not so good, but there is another instrument that really resonates well?
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
I mean, I could say I can, within my knowledge of these kind of traditional instruments, of course, like let's say more exotic instruments. I don't have the knowledge to know if an harp, it's a good harp or not. But I see the quality of the sound, if I like it or not.
Yeah.
But within my knowledge of the instruments I do play, I sure I can differentiate. Yes.
Yeah. But let's imagine you play an instrument that you never had before, and you play it for the
Yes.
first time. Like if I
Yeah.
just bring a piano, for example, in the room and you play it, or just a random guitar, can you recognize the quality if you like it or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I think
guess
the
I
same thing
get.
also goes with food. So we need to
Hmm.
eat something, and the way it's been processed in our body, the way it feels, we realize if we like it or not.
Or if it's good or
Yeah.
not. It's yeah. I know what you mean. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some foods that after you eat, you just feel like maybe this wasn't the best thing I should eat, probably. Or on the other hand, maybe something that you eat and it just feels right. You feel energized by it, and oh, this is good for me. I feel great with it. Yeah, I think
Or it can be a question of balance. Any food can be good for you, I suppose. I mean, anything can be good for you. I mean, I think I'm up for trying everything, even smoking. I mean, if you smoke a lot, of course it can be bad for your health. But if you smoke, what, once in a while, a cigarette or two, it's not going to kill you. I don't believe it. If you drink alcohol, if you drink a lot every day, of course it's going to be bad for your health. But if you drink a beer, it doesn't makes you happy. As long as it makes you happy, it's good. Being alcoholic doesn't make anyone's happy, but having
Yeah.
a beer, it's nothing. Doctor once told me, listen, man, you have to have a zip of whiskey, 2 fingers of whiskey once in a while. Oh, but I hate whiskey. Yeah, but it's for your heart because you have I don't know the name in English, like
a whisper in the heart.
yeah, something like that. So a sip of whiskey once in a while, 2 fingers horizontal, not vertical. But
How wide is the cup?
so once in a while, a sip of whiskey and
Yeah.
okay. Whew. Red wine, always also good for your blood pressure, right? For when you
Yeah.
suffer from low blood pressure, I
So
think.
it's been said, yeah.
Yeah, so again, the doctor, I didn't like red wine, but then today I love it. But it's good.
Yeah.
If I drink a bottle of red wine, it's not good. But if you just savor it,
Yeah, but then I say let's go with the wine and let's see what kind of wine is that. Is it good wine or is it cheap wine?
yeah,
And that makes a big difference. Why? Because
True.
wine is fermented. Fermented, that's why the alcohol rises inside there. So there are bacteria there, and those bacteria are very good for our gut. They kill all these mushrooms and mold and all this weird stuff that grows in our stomach because we like to eat sugar.
Yeah.
So it also helps us digest, and if it's cheap wine, I think it's not really good for us. It makes the opposite. But when it's good wine and you drink a little bit, it makes a big difference. And with everything, I used to be vegan, like no meat, no dairy, no nothing, because it made me feel bad. But now I eat mostly meat, and I feel amazing. Just before we met, I ate like 3 chicken legs, like the whole 3 chickens.
yeah,
It might be a lot, but I feel so light because that's what my body is liking, and it's really good chicken. it's not bad chicken. That's what I ate before I became vegan, because it made me feel sick. But this is good chicken, so I eat it and I feel light. I feel energized, and I felt sick. It's hard to describe it. I would eat like this food before I became conscious, and I would feel sick. I thought I was allergic to milk, but now there is really amazing milk here in Germany. And I just sometimes I drink raw milk, no, not pasteurized, no nothing, and it's so amazing. I can drink liters of it, no problem in digestion, no nothing, and it's just amazing. It feels good for me, and I think everyone need to go and see the higher level of food, because this is the pure harmony. If the food makes us feel, not so comfortable, then it's easy. It's easy to get angry. It's easy to get distracted.
True. Yeah.
True.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But the body is relaxed.
Yeah.
And the food is actually helping us to grow and feed us.
It's healing you. It's giving you energy. It's making you work and think better. And absolutely.
What's better than food in life?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're hungry and you sit to have a nice meal, it's like the best thing in life. I mean.
Yeah, I agree with you. But what if it's a McDonald's meal?
I don't.
Well,
I mean,
once in a while it could be fun.
Yeah, like one time a
like,
year.
Yeah,
we do that.
Yeah,
just because we're
just
getting late out of the concert, we are hungry, and just for that one time we do it. But actually, it's not. It doesn't make me feel good or energized, or it's something.
It's fast food.
It's fast food. I mean, it doesn't. It's not the same feeling when you have a meal, as you were saying, when you just sit and have the plate and vegetables
in a nice restaurant,
or at home, whatever.
Yeah.
But you just feel like you just ate healthy things, and makes you good, great. Life is beautiful.
Yeah, it is a great pleasure. But also restaurants disappoint me a bit, I must say. I had this, I want to feel the feeling of when I go to my grandma. My grandma, she comes from Iraq, so she used to make really amazing food. And I wanted this there is energy when someone puts love inside the food.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I was looking for that. Also the ingredients, different quality, and I went to some restaurants here and I was just disappointed about it.
I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
As so far here, the food in Berlin, I cannot say in the other towns, but it's I mean, compared to Portugal and to Madeira, I mean,
it's not great.
It's not great.
Yes.
Let's say like this. I don't want to be rude, but I mean, Portugal and especially Madeira, I mean, it's...
Portugal is very good for food.
Yes, I agree about this. Yes, Portugal
I think
is
everyone
incredible.
agrees.
Yeah. It's the Mediterranean kind of... Yeah, this could be a great project for Berlin to grow. Start with the food, please.
Start hiring Portuguese
Yes,
chefs.
something like that.
Import from Portugal.
Yeah. It's something that we miss a lot.
Import the sun as well from Portugal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, please. That could be useful. But it's something that we miss a lot. It's the food.
Yeah.
The good food.
Good food.
And really fresh produce.
Yeah.
Fish.
We do have. And
Do you like fish?
Oh yes.
Yeah, and we have it like you catch the fish in the morning and you doing lunch
Serve
with
it for lunch.
That's amazing.
It's
good.
really fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful to see all the process where it comes
Yeah.
from. But also here in Berlin, I have good connections for people who sell those high quality food. It's not big, like Frische Paradies. I don't know if you heard about this store.
No.
There are only 2 of them in Berlin. They have the best food, but they're so expensive.
Oh.
So expensive. But sometimes they have wild caught fish. So just wild fish they catch. There is another guy in Boxhagener Platz every Saturday. He got a fish stand, and he got also good fish there. It's not so
Okay.
expensive, yeah.
Not so expensive?
Yeah, also the
Good
butcher
to
that I
know.
buy from, everything there is free range. It's also relatively cheap, like 7 euro for a kilo of chicken, or liver for 5 euros for 1 kilo, and it's
Yeah,
free
he doesn't
range.
like
I don't
liver.
like liver, but you
Me
like
neither.
it.
I like it.
I hate it, but I made it tasty for
Okay.
me.
You hate it?
I love it, but I don't like the taste, so I made it tasty for me.
Okay.
I found ways how I can cook it, so it
Is
will be
that
tasty.
possible? Because I've tried it several ways. I think I'm allergic. Like each time it's like, yeah.
Yeah, we can
The
share
only
some
thing I
recipes.
cannot eat.
Really?
The only thing.
Yeah, I could not eat it. It was disgusting for me, but I found my way
Wow.
with it. What really helps is if you put lemon on top of it, or if you eat it with yogurt.
Okay.
I like to fry onions before to make them really sweet. It also helps. And then also I really chop the liver as much as I can, and then I throw it. I put sometimes cacao. It makes everything deep.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, cacao is a hack for if you make any
Oh.
stew, you want to put like 99% cacao inside it,
Yeah.
like a cube or two. Any stew that you make, just put inside. It makes such a difference.
Wow, that's a
Wow.
great trick.
Yeah.
I have to try that one.
And a
Yeah.
bit of maple syrup, and it's really amazing.
Hmm.
It's good hacks for food. And talking about food,
Yeah.
it's a serious question now.
Yeah.
And who wants to answer first? Go for it.
Depends.
How would you describe your music as food? What kind of food would it be? What kind of dish or anything that you can think about related to food?
I would say it's very healthy food. Absolutely. I mean, people can disagree with me, but with the experience that I have as a musician, and nowadays many people claim to be producers and musicians and this and that, but I think the concept is very corrupted. The music industry is full of people that, and I'm not even talking about the bosses. I'm talking about all these people that say, "Oh, I'm a musician," or "I'm a producer, a music producer." No, you're not. You're not. You can do this or that, but you cannot really achieve a point. Did you study? No, I didn't. Did you? I mean, I studied for 12 years, for 15. I finished my music studies at 30 years old, and I still continue learning every day, and then had so much of experience because I worked in a recording studio for 30 years. And then with all this experience, I can hear a song. Maybe you did a song, and I will hear, and I say, okay, this is your idea. Maybe it needs this and that and that and that to make your idea grow, to make it good, well presented. I learned this. I had classes. I had my master degree in composition in Paris, where teachers said, you have to, no matter what you do, what kind of music you do, it's fine, but present your idea in a good way, in a way that gets to people, that what you want to say, transmit, it gets to people. And all of this today, it's very cheap. It's very, I do this and this is good. And I'm the best. And it's not really that.
And what are you talking about? You're talking about...
I'm talking about a lot of...
Is it local artists? Or...
I'm talking about artists, managers, DJs, producers, agents. I'm talking about young people that don't have any experience and then get acquaintances inside the music industry and then say, "Oh, I'm good. I have this knowledge about music, and then I can decide what is good and what is bad." Not really. I mean, we talk about music. If we were talking about medicine, people will say, "Well, this guy studied. This guy is a good doctor, or that one is a good doctor. This guy is not a doctor because he didn't study for that." But in music and in art in general, I see this happening quite often. I sometimes talk with people that I look at them and say, "You don't know what you're talking about, in fact." It's rather empty and fake.
But are you talking about famous artists, or are you talking about local artists that trying to make it? Is there someone famous that you think they don't know shit?
Well, famous artists that don't know shit, there are a lot. I mean, I was looking at hip-hop artists and rap artists the other day. I was in this website called United Market, that artists look for beats, and we can do beats for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just heard a bit of the music, and I was shocked. I mean, I have nothing against any style of music, rap, hip hop, whatever. If it's well produced, it's well produced. But I could see something really bad in these guys, and I mean, guys from Atlantic Records, for example, that it's a major label, American label, and they have, and that was so bad. The music was bad. I mean, I can't say it's a question. It's a matter of taste. It's not even. I'm not even talking about taste. You like it or you don't. That's fine. That's okay. I can like rap music or hip hop. Sometimes I like it if it's well produced, if it's well presented, if it's well done. But I just saw a teenager just calling the song was about bitch do this, bitch do that, bitch give me your ass, bitch I don't know what. A guy what 15 years old with a girl next to him saying bitch move out of the car, bitch. The song was this, bitch this, bitch that. What's the purpose of this? Why is he getting a lot of money from a major label?
Yeah, that's the biggest question.
Yes.
It's the enigma. Because they do get the attention.
They do. They do get promoted, so they get millions of followers because music industry will say, this is good, listen to this. They will promote it like in a way that anything can be promoted, in a way that people will say, wow, this is the latest thing, this is really good.
Yeah, and then you had the herd mentality.
Exactly.
Once again.
Yeah.
It's like those labels that pay in the supermarkets to have the label in your eyesight, so you buy that. I mean, I guess people buy that song from that guy you heard because there's a lot of money put it on it, so people hear it all the time. So if people hear all the time, they say, this must be good. And there you go.
And they get used to it.
They get used to it. And then if that guy says it's good, I must say it's good. Or otherwise I will be an idiot and I would not know shit.
Yeah. So, I would look stupid if I say I don't.
Like
I'm not.
I don't know. It's kind of it's the herd. I mean, if
the herd mentality.
Yeah.
But I think they have something genius in those artists they discover and they make them go big, because in the end also the market is making the decisions, right? And I know some artists who are getting some promotional underneath them and it still doesn't catch fire and it still doesn't help them to promote so much. So this is a very interesting thing. Also, the younger generation, they're completely different. I'm 33 right now, and I think the people who are 15 at the moment, they have such a different world than me. They grew up with iPhone that is, like you can take it as obvious thing, there is iPhone. For me, I was there when iPhone came out. I was there before iPhone. I was there before even internet. And for those kids right now, internet is something that is always there. iPhone is there. Computers are crazy. There is VR. Probably in 5 years, we're gonna have those crazy VR Googles. Yeah, now we have AI that is also, it's insane what it can do. And imagine in 10 years where it's going to be. And the kids who are being born in this year for that,
Yeah.
what kind of generations we're going to have. So maybe I just don't get it because I'm not there with my age.
But I still,
Yeah, it's
I still believe that even the younger generations today, I still believe that if you put a good product, a good song, a good meal, whatever, in front of them, they will like it. The problem is it's not reachable, or it's not distributed in a way that they can see it every day. Because I'm sure if a teenager today, if he goes to a Radiohead concert, he will love it, for sure, because it's good, or other band. I mean, but it's not. They don't hear about them or don't hear their music every day in the radio. There is this one time you told this, and I totally agree, Nuno, that there's this wall between the artist, the music, and the audience. We need this. Both parts are very important. One needs the other. The artists need listeners, and the listeners need the music or the art. But somehow there's this invisible wall that just filters what comes through, and people just don't. There are so many great bands doing great things, great music today, that we just don't hear about them.
Yeah.
We know them because we look for them, and I want to hear new things. I want to hear good stuff, good material, good songs. I want to be moved. I want the arts and the music to tell me things. I want to hear their story. What is about? Where does it come from? Who's the artist? What's the band? And this just doesn't come through as it should. So the problem is this wall. There's something here that must happen.
called music in music business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, music business is such a weird business.
Yeah.
I think like in any other normal business, you have mediocre workers who get paid a lot of money, but in music business you have incredible musicians who don't get paid so much money.
True.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
so twisted. Why?
So interesting.
It's interesting. It's a way to put it. But the guy that actually does the music in this pyramid called music industry, the guy that really does the music and spends hours with the instrument and producing, it's the guy that gets less money in the industry.
Today's not like that, I think. It used to be like that, but I think today the artist, I think this is the best time to make music, even though everything is very saturated. But microphones are cheap, music studios are cheap, you know, to get to people to distribute the music, it's relatively cheap. Promotions today are very accurate. We have a lot of data that we can save, you know, that we can have like emails of the people who like our music, so we can send them emails about upcoming shows.
I hear you, but
Yeah.
why is it that, for example, I don't want to be like pity me or something like that, but why is it that we are, since we released our albums around 1 year ago, we do that every day, send emails to promotion ads in all the socials you can think of, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even Pinterest, everything. And what's going on? Why?
Okay, I have a theory about it.
Oh, tell me.
But you were saying, and you are completely right. But at the same time, we have somehow we have an unfair. How do you say that?
Contract,
No, it's like a competition
competition.
because we are competing with everything is paid on this. You can do it for free, but like you, for example, you do a song, you put it on the internet. What happens?
Probably my parents will listen to that, some of my friends, and
But-
basically that's it.
Okay, but you just said before that today it's right now it's the best time to make music because we have all these tools available for
Yeah.
us. You can easily produce everything at home. True, but how do you show it to the world? Your parents will hear it. Anyone else?
It depends how you prepare it.
Even if you prepare it like in the best way possible.
If you prepare it in the best way possible, you will get attraction and you will get the fans, and it takes a while, but you will get there after a while.
What you call after a while?
It
After
depends how much energy is being
10
put
years?
there. It depends how much energy, but I
Yeah.
believe. Let's break down like Son of a
Yeah.
Pigeon, for example. So this project, also the podcast's like documentary, I would say, for what my path is going to be like. There is a guy named Alex Hormozy, and he's all over YouTube. Alex Hormozy used to have like a gym franchise, and then he started to accumulate businesses, and he tells everything, like his whole journey, because he said Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they did not document anything, so he wants to do that on his way to become very rich and very wealthy. And he got a lot of money. So I started to listen to him, and the way he talks about business, the way he talks about how things are working business-wise, how to make a good offer, what people really want to spend their money or attention on. So I started to understand a lot of stuff, and also I started to do a lot of marketing work. And there are some fundamentals. You know, if you want to build a house, it depends which kind of house you want to build. You know, you can be good with just living in a bungalow, having the bare minimum, and it will be okay for you. But if you want to build a 3-store house, you will have different foundations. If you want to build a 10-store house, you will have such a different foundations. So you cannot build foundations for a 3-store house and then build 10-store. It will not hold. So it's the same thing about music. It depends really, what is it that you want to achieve? So for me, basically I want my production to be known and appreciated, but also want my music to be known. And I would like to earn money from my music. I would like to play shows. I would like to be on stage with great musicians. I would like to have enough money so I can invite them to record another album and just bring the most talented people and the most fun people that I know to play with. And so this journey is starting like that. So what I'm doing right now is try to build a fan base so people will get exposure. In the internet today, you can target back those who found interest in your Facebook, in your Instagram, also watch your YouTubes. Everything is trackable today. So if you collect this data and you keep on doing every day something, and today it's very easy to do something every day because there are AI tools that you can create shitloads of content with that. You can take static photos and make them move. You know, everything. You can make static photos with AI. Now I use AI to create reels for the podcast. So I just put like 45 minutes from podcasts, and then it dissect it to reels for about 1 minute with keywords that it knows that they are viral but are not trending up yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I have all this leverage with doing just one person's work, right? And with that, I keep on showing up every day because I can also schedule stuff. So I can sit down like 4 or 5 hours and I schedule the whole month.
Yeah.
So I'm not really there, but I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm free to do other stuff. When people are doing pre-save for Spotify songs, for example, you get their emails. when you have their emails, what are you doing? You know, you can tell them more stuff about you. You can show them how you work in the studio, about concerts that are about to come. But you keep on sending emails. You keep on showing up in their emails, in their Facebook, in their Instagram, Twitter, on YouTube. You just keep on being there. And after a while, I believe 1-2 years, you can have such a big fan base that people, just because you've been exposed to them, then people, kind of percentage of them will buy your music, will listen to you. And let's say 10% of the people who are living in Germany would put money to your Bandcamp. You will have a lot of money. How much is it? Like 10 euros in Bandcamp? How much is their
Yeah,
price?
from 7 euros to
7
15.
euros. So let's say 10 euros, 10% of German population.
Yeah.
How much is it? Like 700,000? No, even more, 7 million.
I don't know. It's
So
a
there's
big
70 million.
number.
Yeah, but even imagine 0.0001%.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, 100 people, it's not that many people, so they will buy your album. And it can create such a big gain. And then you have this money and you can leverage again promotion. You can leverage, maybe you give someone else to do the mixing while you keep on working with other artists to do collaborations. So now you leverage your money and now you keep on spreading. So you keep working with more artists, you get more familiar. You're still doing all the promotions because you have money that is coming in from the people who are listening to your music, who are buying your albums. And then you can pay for videographer. So then you have better video, you reach even more people. You start to do more shows because you're more familiar, so more people coming to the show. And all of this is, of course, we take by granted that the music is good and it's fun to listen to, and it's not like pure shit that someone did 5 minutes in his bedroom. And yeah, I think with that, if the performance is good, the music is good, everything is 70% okay, you know, that's good enough. And this is what I believe is the way to go there. And it's so easy today because everything we can do from a PC. There are tools that now, this is really 2023, just replace other people. And yeah, there are many things, but it takes time. It takes work.
Yeah.
But I believe that's the way, yeah.
True.
What do you think
Well,
about it? Was a bomb of information, huh?
I mean,
What?
actually, it's nothing that we don't know about it because
Yeah.
we've been doing this.
This is all what you're saying. It's all good. So,
So where did it stop?
well, call me old-fashioned, but I don't think the guys from. But it was another time. So you will say this. You have to forget the past, and nowadays, what can you do about it? True. But I miss the old method. I don't think Dave Gilmour and Roger Waters sat in front of the computer posting photos for people to like them. People used to like artists for their work, and their work was music. And the music needs good production. Music needs time, rehearsals and performing, and the artist must be prepared and all that. All this work, totally agree, has to be good. And it's a lot of work. Only here, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And this should be a musician's work, an artist's work. Only this. Today, you have to do this. And apart from this, you have to do videos. You have to do... you have to post every day on the social networks and expose yourself to, but why? I mean, the music is here. So hear the music. This is the music. People don't care about the music. They care about the character. Who is this guy? Oh, he has a nice picture, or he does
It was always
this.
like that with the character.
Are you saying it was always like that?
Yeah. Elvis.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you go that way, yes. But, you know, I used to like Pink Floyd, not because of the characters. I mean,
But it's also the characters. Like you had this.
the characters are always interesting, but 80% was the music. I mean, I like this album. I love this. It's like the albums used to be treated as books.
Yeah.
Today, you have to put 30 seconds of music on Instagram. It's like ripping a page from a book and putting there and say, oh, I wrote a book. Just read this page 56. Do you like it? How can I like this? It's like a page from a book. You want to read a book, you go and buy the book and read it, not page 56. For me, it's this. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense that it has to be this way today because it's what everyone does. But at the same time, it kills me because it should be only about the music, even if the character should be an interesting thing. But at least 80% should be like, I like the music of this guy, not what he does on. I mean, this guy is visiting, I don't know, France this month. Just he's spending his holidays in Paris. I don't care about that. I care about his music. I like his music. I don't care about his life. But you talk about Elvis. That is like talking today about Justin Bieber and all
Dua
those
Lipa,
guys.
she's really strong today. You know Dua
Yeah,
Lipa?
I don't even know the character. I just hear the name. Oh, do you know Dua Lipa? No.
She's great. She got good music.
She's good?
Yeah, I like her productions.
I still don't. I never heard anything about Dua Lipa.
Probably you know her music. She got
Oh
her
my
songs
God.
all over. She's like a female pop artist, and she got the song I think from the Barbie movie or something like that. Yeah, but she's good. I really love.
Oh, the Barbie movie.
I have to check this one.
We
Yeah,
have
she
to
got
check
Tiny
that
Desk
one.
concert, Dua Lipa, and it's incredible. You know Tiny
Yeah?
Desk?
The
Tiny Desk. You know those
Oh, the
concerts?
Tiny
Tiny
Desk
Desk.
Yeah.
concerts. Yes.
Yeah, so she had one with it was in Corona time, so she did her own video somewhere. In
Okay.
London, and wow.
Well, I'll
really
check it.
great
I'll
performance.
check it.
You have
Yeah,
to
she's very famous, but I confess I don't know
Somewhat.
her.
Yeah.
I haven't
I don't know her.
searched for her.
No.
Yeah, but some are shit. I agree about it, but it's the character in the end. I think throughout history.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly it's it. Yeah, like Metallica. It's the character.
Okay.
Because there were a lot of metal bands, right? But Metallica, that's something about them.
True.
And who else? In the 70s, you had
I mean, you have David Bowie.
David
you have,
Bowie.
you-
David
His
Bowie.
music is so shit sometimes. His music, for me, people say it's experimental, but for me, it's pure shit. Something they released, blah. But I'm in love with this person.
Yeah, you have to say. I have to
Agree,
agree with
yeah.
you that Bowie was more of a character than a
Yeah.
musician. He was an artist, an entertainer, and he had good ideas. Production was not the best, in my opinion, but later production got better. In
Yeah.
fact, later. So I actually did a version of Space Oddity, and when I decided to do this, I heard the first version that came out in 1968.
We researched about this. Was 68 or 67?
Yeah. And the production was so bad, so bad for that.
Yeah.
But it was the production. The idea was good, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get the idea of this guy. It's good, but the production was really bad.
The execution, how the song sounds.
Yeah, well, the guy who produced
It looks like a demo. Looks
yeah,
like
it looked like a demo.
Sounds
in
like a
my
demo.
opinion.
But you know what's interesting? Also, the song Space Oddity. It's a marketing tool, because in this year they landed first time on the moon. So then they made a song what it's like if the spaceman just get lost in space.
Yeah,
Where
that's
everyone
it.
in the hype of we're in the moon, we're landing there.
Great idea. Great idea.
Yeah.
He had. Yeah.
And I think also with time we got less and less sensitive. When the Beatles came, they were insane. And I remember myself listening to the Beatles after I listened to Metallica, to Slayer, to really heavy music. And I'm thinking, this is crazy? What? They're playing like old people.
Yeah.
Well, I was 3 years old and I was listening to Here Comes the Sun from the Beatles, and it was like
Yeah.
Shivers.
really powerful to me. It was like,
Yeah, back in the time when it was new, it was
yeah,
something that was not existing yet.
yeah,
But then it became a cliche, and then people did it way better and even more extreme. Yeah, and then I think with time, also in the 90s, you had the perfect pop productions. Like it started with the 80s in this Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson era. And then in the 90s, the Swedish people really perfected those kind of productions. And they went mainstream, and today everything is based on this Michael Jackson 90s sound. It gets a bit strange sometimes, but I think most of it's really set a standard.
Yeah.
And now I think that what is being played right now, which I don't understand so much because it's not my generation, for me it feels too much. It's too fast. Sometimes the song doesn't even develop and something is happening. I like it, but I don't like it. I like that there is always something grabbing the attention, and I try to keep it also in my music, in my productions, also always to make something happening no matter what. But sometimes, the songs can be very... today's songs can be very... like just a loop or something like this, very short, nothing really going on, just music for let's have some music.
Yeah.
it's probably lack of production because all these famous bands that got really big, they all had a producer.
Yeah.
And nowadays, for any local artist, having a producer is like, oh no, someone telling me how to do my music. No. I do it myself. But do you know how to do it? People don't trust the producers. It can be a bad producer, but let's say that you like, I don't know, for example, I like Björk very much. So if Björk tells me, I'm going to produce you an album, I will say yes right away. I will learn so much things with her. It will be a great experience. But these guys, I mean, the Beatles had a producer, Rolling Stones had a producer, Metallica had their producer. So it's there's someone there experience that says, okay, you want to say this, or your music is this. Let's present it in a good way. So many things today lack the production.
Yeah.
A good production.
Yeah, I agree about this. Yeah.
And I'm talking about medium artists. I mean, big names, they have the production. Justin Bieber has really good producers. Beyonce has really good producers. Dua Lipa probably has really good producers. Then you can say, I like it or I don't. But that's fine.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
Do you think it's also because all the artists today, when it's so accessible to do everything ourselves, do you think because it's so accessible, we don't focus on one thing and we tend to spread a little bit? And for me, I think if someone playing guitar for 30 years joins another person who makes album for 30 years, and then they are joined by someone who mixes music for 30 years, and then they take all this album or all this music and they take someone who markets music for 30 years, I think it's going to be insane.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. I miss that. I miss people with experience that join forces and do something really good, and that it has everything to work.
Yeah.
But you talk about a guy that does marketing for 30 years. That was another point from our conversation, that you were saying that we have everything today, and today we have to do this and this. But I mean, I wasn't born an entrepreneur, or I didn't do a 13 years master degree in economy. I did in music. So I don't know how to sell things. I don't know. It's not my expertise. But if I'm a good musician, if I have all this experience, I have to join forces with a guy who has experience selling in marketing, who has this expertise as well. And this must work. But when the artist is trying to do both,
It's not easy.
it's
easier today, but it's still not easy.
It's still not easy because the majors will always win because they will pay everyone to do it.
Yeah.
They will populate. They will buy all the radios and you cannot do anything. You can pay like €5 a day to Facebook to
Ads.
and
You can do a lot with €5 a day.
yeah, but a major will come and pay like hundreds of euros or millions to whatever, to magazines and Facebooks and social networks. And
Yeah, this is the other scale. If you have €5 a day to invest in marketing and Facebook ads, you can do a lot of damage actually. I believe it's a good budget if you know how to collect the information correctly, if you know how to store
yeah,
those people, how to send them messages again, how to show them more ads so you keep on being in their attention. And if the music is good, if the music is interesting for them, then in the end they will stick. They will be in their heads. You know, those songs that you hear all the time, they get stuck in your head for a reason. You hear them the whole time.
Yeah. True.
And it's also with brands and with companies. Why Coca-Cola is putting so much money on advertising? Just to be there. They don't make money, but they are there. And when they are there, you think about them.
Yeah.
And when you think about them, most likely you will spend money on it. It's very interesting. And I think there is a threshold that is not so high. Everyone can take a loan of 30,000 euros. Everyone can do that in Germany. If you have a job, if you're here for a while, you don't have problems with paying your stuff, you can do that. You can take a loan, 30,000 euros. And then you can do so much about the music with this money. If you have a plan to invest it in 1 year in what your next step is going to be like, you can pay 1,000 euros for someone who will do it for you. And if you do it once, your music is prepared, you have a band, you have everything prepared, you have your photos, you have your videos, and then you put this amount of money, and you plan it correctly, of course. It's not financial recommendation for anyone to do that. If someone wants to take a loan from the bank, make your research, please.
Yes.
But if you have enough money and you're smart about it, you can 10x this thing.
Yeah.
Really, you can be everywhere, you can be famous, you can do that. You can make a living from your music just by releasing this insane energy to the world and doing something with that. And it's all about that. But most of the people, when they think about taking a loan for 30,000 euros, there are other things that come to their heads, like, oh, I'm gonna buy this nice car finally. I'm gonna buy this microphone that I always wanted. Oh, finally I will have money for this restaurant.
yeah.
And those thoughts, basically, this is what's fucking us up.
True.
Yeah, shall we go on with the music? Maybe we can play
Yeah.
one of your songs, Nuno.
Yeah, why not?
Which song is that? Let's see. This is Once. So we're going to play Once. You want to tell a little bit about the song before we play it? Or we can also, afterwards, we can talk. Yeah, afterwards.
Oh, I
If you want to
thought.
say something about the song.
Wake up.
Hello, this is Nuno.
Put in all the makeup.
I don't know. Just I'm too shy.
Let's hear
Yeah,
it.
Frozen in time, surroundings. We're halfway there to this point of no return. The end, the outset to connection.
That was once.
That was once and never again.
Only once. That was a journey.
Yeah, this is all about the concept of the project itself, Nuno and the End. It's like the end it's not actually the end. It's like it's the beginning of something. It's the end of something. The end for me should be like um, our limitations when we succeed to achieve surpass those limitations. There's a new beginning. There's something that goes wrong for us and we feel sad about it, but then but then everything opens to us. The universe opens up for us. It's like the end of a relationship. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing because the universe is wide open for you instead of yourself closing yourself. If you open yourself to the universe, it's like a liberation. It's like a new experience, and then you understand this each time you have like a deception of something, or you experience something new, and it's always good. So this is the end for me. Like the end is actually a good thing, and even death is. I want it to be great, like a really new beginning for something bigger than us. I don't know. I want to believe in that. We're atheists, but I still want to believe in the universe. And some once in a while, I look up in the sky among the buildings because we forget to look up and to realize that we are so small.
Yeah.
So small, and we worry about paying taxes and paying a lot of things that are, in fact, it's so
insignificant.
Yes. I've seen this video about what happens after you die, but not in the spiritual way, like what basically happens when you die. Yeah. Not to your body, but what happened to the world. Mm-hmm. So probably after the funeral, or people, let's say after you die, if the funeral was immediately afterwards, so people are sad, and then the people, maybe your family, will be thinking how to do catering to feed the people who come to the funeral. Then they think how to put you underground or burn you, whatever they do with the body afterwards. And then maybe probably after 1 month, your ex will be smiling again. Probably a year after, she'll be already moving on. It depends how impact the person was, but a year, 2 years afterwards, like Queen of England, she died a year ago, not even a year ago. And she's the Queen of England. She was one of the most powerful people, but no one cares about her anymore.
Oh, this is where I say that. But you leave your art. If you make music, if you write poems, you do painting. This is why art for me is so special, because
it's a lifesaver.
It is. I still hear songs from dead people.
Yeah, true. They left
centuries after, actually. And it moves me, and it still says something to me. I can hear the 4 seasons of Vivaldi. The guy is dead, I don't know how many years. But I love that shit. I mean, it's like... so this is why art is so special.
Yeah, art is...
it's your legacy.
Yeah, it's for eternity. But Vivaldi, I don't care about him.
Yeah, okay.
I care about his art.
Yeah, exactly.
So what if Vivaldi would think, I wonder what Oad thinks about me 200 years from now. Should I make this song like that or like that? Should I release it?
Yeah.
Should I make this video? It's a bit embarrassing, you know? Like those kind of decisions, no one cares about them in the end.
Or I will do a little dance to put in TikTok with goes with the winter or something like
Or
that.
something like this, yeah. Yeah, I think no one cares about it, and today it's different. Probably when Vivaldi was back then, he had other challenges like finding people to actually play his music. And maybe it was also hustling with people about paying them. And maybe he found some I don't know, some players. He told them it's for exposure. Yeah, I don't know about this, but I think we all had the same challenges. It was just manifesting in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying in the end, just it doesn't matter what people think about your music. Just as long as you do that, you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you play for your kids or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think the best moment of your life is when you finish your song and you listen yourself
yeah,
and you say, "Oh my God, I love this. Oh, this sounds so good." This is the best moment of your life, I
Yes.
suppose. I think. I'm sure because I feel it.
yes. I like also those moments when I stumble on a chord progression or a good melody, and it's very pleasing moment. You have crazy chord progressions in this song. You really go from different keys to major to minor, and I feel like going through a lot of also musicscapes and soundscapes and emotional scapes. There is a lot of things that's going on there.
I had a really good harmony teacher in Paris. So yes, that and good food makes me them also. It's
Are you also playing all the instruments in this album?
no. I have music. The other musicians are in fact from Madera Island, and they recorded in their own studios, home studios. Like the drummer recorded there. My daughter plays drums in 3 or 4 tracks, and she recorded here in the rehearsal studio here in Berlin.
You came with the whole family here to Berlin?
The
Yeah,
three of us.
the 3 of us.
Yeah.
How old is she?
22.
Cool.
She's a really nice drummer, and she's studying, and she's in Hamburg studying.
What is her name?
Mariana.
Mariana. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really talented. Really talented, very proud. And she plays with me
Cool.
when we play live.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we did play about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Mana.
we play Humana. She played
Yeah. It was really cool concert.
Oh. So when you play Zumana, all the family is going on
Yes.
stage. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
This is a nice concept. This is a marketing tool.
Oh my God.
Oh, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
we should explore this.
We don't
fact.
have that guy with marketeer that would say what you just said. "Oh, this is a good idea for marketing."
Yeah, family.
We're just focused on music and
Yeah,
we
that's
forget
the
about
missing-
these things.
the
We forgot
missing
about this.
piece, the missing piece.
Yeah, we just need a guy to remind us of that. That is good. A good idea for marketing.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the trick to be in. Yeah, in many places it's not good so much, huh?
Yeah.
But those ideas, like for me, it feels like it makes sense that you will market it as a family playing music. For me, I would love to see family playing music. It's remarkable. Some families, they cannot even hold marriage together. And you guys play together as a group. Everyone wants that. That's the romantic idea.
Oh, that's nice.
It's really beautiful.
Wow.
That's
Thank you.
nice. Thank you.
We never saw it like a
Yeah.
hook for marketing. It's natural to us. It's like we are musicians. We just do it. We
Let's do it as the Kelly family.
How was the reactions from people when they realized all of you are playing together? live?
Actually, people has the same reaction as you did.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
yes.
not the first time. Oh, wow, you are the 3 of you. Wow, that's amazing. Sure, it's amazing, but is it this rare? Is it this? Doesn't this happen?
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently it is.
Yeah.
For you, it's not rare because how many families you had
Yeah,
before.
yeah, exactly.
So it's normal for you, but for other people, they come from different life. And,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden to see that, it's remarkable.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just about asking people also what they like about your music, and then you will know exactly what the people want, and then you can also get yourself around that. With companies, if you have a different product, which is not music, it's something more tangible, then the best thing a company can do is just to ask for feedback. What they like about the product, what is not good, what's the features that are good, what they would improve.
True.
And what the companies, the good ones, are doing, they just listen to the clients.
Yeah.
Good point. So, yes. On the other hand, if people tell me, no, but yeah, that should be like that.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, man. What do you think
About what?
about our music? Be
About
honest.
the music. It's
Oh.
very tribal, very airy. At least Hummana, it's very tribal. I would say Nuno and The End, it's a bit more experimental, jazzy, but there is some rock elements. So what I like about it, it's all the epicness of the music.
Okay.
I like the enchanted feeling that there is for the chords and the sounds that you guys choose.
So you think it has potential? to
Yeah,
be-
definitely. Everything can be sold. It's just a matter how you can sell it, right?
Yes. It's a question of selling.
Yeah. What I would imagine for you guys, if you would take more this, I don't know how you look on stage, so I assume all this right now. But if you put like dark costumes and you make something that is more cosmic, maybe playing with lights a little bit more, it can
Yes,
amplify the
we do.
music.
We do.
Well, for the concerts for Nuno In The End, the setting on stage, there's always
Video,
a video,
Background
and every
video.
track has
a theme.
a theme.
This is really cool.
For this album, for the Infinity album, it's mostly space and cosmic and travelings and
Space traveling.
stars and
Yeah.
black holes and all of that spatial
Yeah.
effects.
And are you wearing anything special on concert?
A suit. I always wear it. It works, in fact.
Yeah, it's
It
important
works.
to visualize.
Yes.
Yeah.
On
Yes.
stage.
Yes.
But we have to say this because, okay, Nuno In The End has this other face, which is the solo performance,
Oh, it's
the
a different thing.
pilot performance, also Nuno In The End, where he plays alone with his keyboards and a lamp. And the lamp, actually, the light is synchronized with the beats, or
Yes.
the
with the
songs.
beats.
And you were asking about the visuals and the clothing, all of that. It's important. It's the whole package, is the concept,
Exactly.
right? And we think about this and prepare all of it. And in this solo act he does with Nuno and the End, he plays the keyboards with a straining... how do you say in English?
I don't remember.
Yeah, the crazy man suit.
Yeah.
The crazy man
The
suit.
white suits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We do that. So it's another kind of voyage. So with the band, it's like very direct message, like for the very cosmical, very space traveling, and getting out of the earth and going somewhere else, like
and taking the audience.
physically, and taking the audience. The solo, it's traveling here. So this character it's supposed to be a crazy guy in a mental hospital somewhere, but he travels here.
It's in the same concert.
It's two different. It's the same project,
Yeah.
but I present it in two different voyages.
And when you make a concert, do I see those two personalities? No, see
when I
only
play
one
with
of
the
them.
band, it's this, and when I play solo, it's this guy that travels in his own head, and
This is interesting.
he's in space and he's like traveling, but he's there actually. It's just the guy dreaming.
Crazy.
Yeah.
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 And how people react to that?
Good. People like it. Yeah, so
It
far.
actually works.
Yeah.
Did you also ask the
Both.
people what they don't like about your concerts? It's
They-
a hard question to
I don't
ask.
have
It's
to ask. They tell me.
Yes, and we appreciate
You
it.
suck.
No.
Here's some tomatoes.
I'll just do something else.
Just go fish.
Yeah, go fish something.
No, actually, we do appreciate when people say, We
Yeah.
should improve. You should improve this or this or
That
this.
doesn't bother me at all.
No, not at all. We do appreciate constructive, of course, feedback, because we want to present the best.
Yeah, and many times each time people tell us something that they like less, usually it stays there, and let's just improve this, tweak,
Yeah.
do a little tweak here.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe let's try this. That was a good idea. Sometimes people tell us good ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like you just said, oh, your family concept is maybe a good idea to
Market.
It probably is.
It never
Yeah.
crossed our mind to
Never
do
crossed
it.
our minds. We never did that.
Yeah, when you say we are family and we are musical family, you can get, I think, at least 20% more gigs.
Yeah. We will try something with that.
Wow.
For
Well,
sure.
it's more than 0%. It's what
Yeah.
the actual.
Yeah, and then you have a bit more money, then you leverage the money to do more
Yes,
stuff, you know, and
exactly.
that's how it grows.
Yes.
But it's not about buying this car, right? It's not about going to expensive restaurant. Even though it feels,
no.
you know, like, oh, I got paid, I got 500 euros for this concert. It's
yeah,
amazing. And
but
then,
first let's go to the restaurant
yeah.
to celebrate.
And then this is the problem.
Yeah.
I think this is where a lot of us failing, including me. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I think it will never be complete. But the less or more to say, the more self-control I can have about it, and then the more I can invest it in things that I know will give me leverage in 5 years, in 10 years. And this is also what's good about music and about content, that it's there. You release the song and it's there, and people can listen to it anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
And it's
True.
there. It's going to be there in 10 years, hopefully in 20 years. And you will still earn money from that song. It's just a matter of how many people are listening to that song.
Yeah.
And it's just about leveraging it. If you keep on leveraging the music and the band, and you keep
Yeah, yeah.
investing the money back, and you try to cut as much from your expenses, in 5 years you can be one of the biggest bands in Europe.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
but it's not
purpose.
easy. It's
Not
not,
easy.
easy.
It's not easy.
And yeah, it's a lot of psychology, I would believe as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why many
supplements.
fails. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of vitamins.
Lots of vitamins. Otherwise,
Also supplements.
we'll
Yeah.
commit suicide before that.
Vitamin D.
Yes.
Yeah, we take a lot of it.
You know, noni juice.
What,
Noni
what?
juice.
What is that?
What is
It's
that?
It's a kind of a fruit like a guava,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we
like
know.
guava.
but it grows in South America. A very specific fruit, the noni fruit, and then they make kind of a juice out of it. They ferment it. It tastes like really horrible. It smells horrible, but it's one of the best things that you can have. You're supposed to drink like a shot in the morning on empty stomach, and it gives so much energy.
Wow.
One bottle costs 20 euros of 1 liter.
Well.
Yes.
And they sell here in Germany?
Oh yeah, you can buy it in those bio shops.
Oh, you?
Bio company then.
Can you give me
Yeah.
the name
Send
after
us.
this?
Noni juice. Yeah, it's very interesting thing.
Well, let's try it because we try several things always.
Yeah, and how I stumbled on that, it's funny because you said the supplements, but supplements are very important in my opinion as well. Like today we have the technology so we can enhance it and leverage it. So how I stumbled upon that, I heard something, it's called monoatomic gold. It's kind of a gold that's been, I don't know, burned or something like that. So then it changes a little bit of the molecular shape or whatever it is. I'm not a chemist. And to be honest, I don't know if it really exists or not. But monoatomic gold, it's something that you have also in liver, a lot of it. You have it in certain nuts, I think in pecan nuts, in almond, in brains of humans, of animals. And you can also make it with the alchemy. So if you make some processes. And the rumor says, at least what the internet research have brought up, is that when you consume this monoatomic gold, then you become more conductive to spirit. So, yeah, if you go a bit metaphysical, I believe there is the physical body and we have the spiritual body. And there is some connection to that. I think the younger we are, the stronger the connection, and the older we get more rooted to our physical body. So what happens when we eat it, when we consume this thing? So our thoughts are manifesting way faster because we have more conductive energy with the spirit. So usually what we think is what becomes reality. That's
I'll
like,
buy it right now. I mean, where can we have that?
it can also be in the worst case, right? If you think you're not worthy and everyone against you,
Ooh,
then you
that's
go this
dangerous.
down. Yeah, it will show you this reality a bit faster.
Oh,
So it's very dangerous. But also, when you have city reality, then you realize it's your thoughts. Then it's also can be a good thing, right? Every bad thing can be a good thing.
Yeah.
As long as you have the awareness. So that's what
Yes.
it's been said to do, basically.
Okay.
This monoatomic gold. And in this noni juice, because it's been fermented, so also it changes a little bit there with the fermentation.
Okay. That's very interesting.
I
Yeah.
want it so bad.
I love the stuff. When I heard it, it felt like magic. Like, really? It exists? No way.
Yeah,
You know, that reminds me that ritual they do in
ayahuasca.
yeah.
Yeah, this is also crazy. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
completely crazy.
Yeah, but that's painful. I think I had friends that did it, and they say it's hard to do it because
3
you
days
keep
of-
vomiting and
2 or 3 days of self
vomiting
vomiting.
and crying
at
a
the
lot.
end-
But at the end,
I think you have like a
sting
revelation.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have Sting, the talent, right?
Yeah.
The guy did it. But also a self-revelation that who you truly are. I don't know. Something like that. I find these things really interesting.
Did you experience with
No,
psychedelics?
no.
Never.
But
Nothing. No mushrooms.
no,
Weed.
No.
but
Weed, yes, but it makes me sick.
In
Doesn't
what way?
work. Well, each time I tried it, I was living in London for 2 years, and I was working on a studio, and it was an electronic music studio, and they did a lot of techno music, and there was all these big artists coming to the studio from techno. I don't like techno; it's not my thing, but they used to bring like really expensive with like, this is the shit, man, you have to try this. Oh, but it makes, yeah, try this one because you love it. And everyone was like chilling and laughing, and I was like, I feel sick. It doesn't work with me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's very individual.
Yeah, it doesn't
Definitely.
work. So I don't.
one day I will try. Yep.
Yeah.
Why not?
Weed or psychedelics?
All of them.
All of it.
them above.
All of them together in one time.
Well, I always had this thought in my mind that one day I would try LSD in a recording studio. I would put everything recording, and I'll be with a band, with friends, in a friendly environment, and then we will stay for the night, and I would like to see what comes out in music speaking. And that I'm very curious about it. I think I have to do it once, just to see what happens, what comes out of there.
That's nice.
I'll wait till I'll be old enough to do it.
You feel some worries when you think about doing it today or next week?
I don't know. It's just I don't want to enjoy it a lot. Like, imagine I did like a really good thing, and then I have to do it again. I want to keep it for like one of the last things I'll do.
It's interesting, LSD.
Yeah.
It's not something that I think someone would like to do it a lot or often, but it's good to do it. It's a therapy. It's very interesting. It's communication with different spirits. There is someone who is not me, who is completely outside of even my understanding, that communicates with me while I'm underneath the influence. This is something it cannot be explained. Yeah, it's like energy of people. Every person is different, and when you spend some time with a person, then you feel this person. And when you meet someone else, there is a different energy. And I feel the same way with psychedelics. And I also feel that they're kind of my allies. So they give me a lot of wisdom. They give me some education. They give me some tips. They teach me new things.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I think most of them also very good for the body. Yeah, maybe that's why ayahuasca is so tough for other people, because they have a lot of toxic stuff inside
Yes,
their
yes,
bodies.
Yeah.
yes.
Either stress or bad emotions, like yeah, not bad emotions, emotions that are depressed,
Yeah.
deprived, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And also the lifestyle, you know, we go back to eating from a normal supermarket and everything is shit basically,
Yeah.
with tons of sugar, processed, with weird stuff that will make sure it will stay on your shelf for a long time. And then when you have the ayahuasca, all of a sudden, it just takes all these toxins out
Yeah.
of your body. That's
Yeah,
why I think
at
people...
once, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I had a knee injury, and I had some LSD sessions with myself. I was taking like half doses, and I felt that it really helped my knee recover.
Wow.
Yeah. It was very weak. I don't know if you had surgeries before, but I don't know how it happens even. But after like the cut here on the knee a little bit, and after the surgery, my leg just shrank into half of the mass of the muscles. I could not move my muscles at all. Everything was so weak. So I was doing slowly movements, moving my toes a little bit with the leg until I can stretch it. And every time I took the LSD, the day afterwards, the recovery was faster.
Wow.
Wow.
I felt stronger, and I felt that they actually recovered because I was also using my muscles to get them stronger. So they also got recovered faster. Very interesting.
Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Very useful information.
Yeah.
But it's not for everyone. Definitely, everyone need to think good before they even try it,
Yeah.
and
To
make
the
sure,
listeners, yes.
yeah, to make
Just-
sure they're in a safe spot,
Yeah.
and to make sure there is someone they trust who is always in charge and can have
Yeah,
overlook
yes.
about them.
True.
Yeah, it's interesting experience.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it to those who are brave enough to go there.
Well, I will try it for sure one day. Don't know when, but yes, it's one of the things I want to do in life, to not die stupid.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the great artists basically they take LSD.
Yes.
For their great not
Yeah.
take LSD. They credit LSD for their best creations.
Yeah.
Yeah, like also not artists, also Steve Jobs, the Apple guy. He said that LSD basically helped him.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
He shares a lot about LSD in his
Okay.
book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a lot of classical musicians like had were composing under the effect of drugs,
Like who?
like Scriabin, for example, that was very addicted to opium, if I'm not wrong. Schubert, I think as well, he had this thing with drugs. I don't remember what it was. So I've heard some stories about these guys that had.
Oh, I just
Who
had
else?
I had a bad joke in my head about Schubert.
Go for it.
Yeah,
You like bad
he-
jokes.
He maybe he was under the influence of opium when he wrote the Ave Maria by Schubert. No,
Oh my God! This is the kind of jokes we have at home. They are really bad, but we just laugh ourselves. It's not funny, but it's
I know
like
Schubert
love it.
for this song that all the wedding, all the brooms, the not the brooms, the grooms and the noive in English. Brides, yeah, they when they go to get wed, they
get
Dum, dum.
I don't
No,
know.
what is it? How the melody goes?
But it's Ave Maria from Schubert. It's a bad joke. No. I was just imagining him under the influence.
I
And
have
now
also a bad
today,
joke.
and today people get married with that song. Yeah.
So I have a bad joke as well.
Oh,
If you already opened
share
it
it,
up.
please. We're used to it.
What is sticky and brown?
Oh, it's not the obvious answer.
course
Of
not.
course not. No, let's.
A stick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our kind of joke.
Yeah, true.
That's
Like
great
it.
joke.
Very well. Welcome.
To the club.
Yes, I
Good
love the
one.
jokes. How do you get a squirrel from a tree? You show him your nuts.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's not a bad one.
That's
That's,
not a
cute.
bad one. That's-
It's like a dead joke, you know?
You show me your nuts.
Yeah. True.
All right, let's go to the third song.
Yeah, let's
Third
do
song
it.
by Hummana.
Oh my god, this interview is so long. Is it good?
Is it good? We need to ask the people who are listening.
Yeah,
Is
well.
it good? Is it good? If they can comment, they can comment. If they go to Spotify,
Yes.
they
Yeah.
can click on the episode, and then there is Q&A down if you scroll down. So then everyone who wants, you can type whatever you want.
Yeah, please
Tell
do
us
it.
how bad is it if you had even worse joke than you heard here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about the bad jokes, the music. If the music sucks, you can tell it. You can tell us as well,
Yes. And how to improve it. That's
and
important.
how to improve it.
All right. So what we're about to listen, can you tell a little bit about the song before?
Yes. This one is Mãe do Monte.
Yeah.
In a very rough translation, it means mother of the hill. And it's also a traditional melody from Madera, very old melody and very old text, and it's about a myth of a statue of a religious statue of
Mother of Jesus.
yes, that it was in the church, and there's a myth that when the Moorish invaders came to Madeira, they wanted to rob this church, and they throw this statue down the hill, and there's still today there's a lot of stairs down the hill in this church, and the myth it goes that the statue broke all the stairs and didn't broke itself. So this is the myth of the mother of the hill. So this is the song Mother of the Hill.
All right, let's listen. The last bit gave a little bit from the production away. This it sounds a little bit like trap. Trap music.
What is trap music? in
This
fact?
the new hip hop. When you hear this hi-hat,
Ah, yeah.
like how do you call it? The sprinkler.
Okay. Yeah, it's electronic bits. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
So this is a song that's already been. It's a known song, and you took it and you made it as how we hear it right now. Or
Yeah, I can tell you that how the process began. I mean, I can tell a little bit about that. There is from many years. There is a group of people that today they are an association in Madeira, but they didn't begin like this. They were just a group of friends back in the 70s, I think. They started to think about the preserving the old songs from the tradition of Madeira and compiling everything in a songbook. And they went to the countryside of the island, the North Shore, and they started to recording back in the days in those old recording with tape, and finding old people and recording them, talking about the music they used, or their parents used to sing, and singing themselves. And they compile it in an archive, which today it's a huge archive, exists in Madeira. But I joined in this group much later in the 90s. And I used to go to this expeditions, let's call it, finding old people and recording them. And also we traveled to the other little island next to Madeira. It's Porto Santo. I went there a few times because it's the population. It's even more older. It's older than the Madeira. So there's a few little treasures there in cultural music scene. So this. For context, this is what this association does, and this is where the archive of these old songs are. They are there. They are been released in. They were transcribed by. Is it correct the word in English? To a book. Yeah, it's there. The sheets
paper sheet,
of the songs and all the text in the songbook. And because I worked for a few years in my previous band, also in a traditional music project, we used to go to the archive and we knew the songs and we played it in the hotel. So I worked in the hotels for about 20 years doing traditional music. Also with that band, we used to put it in a more modern way for foreigners to know our music. So I had this background, and then we decided to come to Berlin, and in back of my head there was always this desire of having this project that could take these songs and put it in another level, in a more international kind of level, and getting inspirations from the world music scene, let's say it like this. And this one that we heard before, The Mother of the Hills, it's one of those that are in the songbook of traditional music of Madeira. Yeah, that's
cool.
That's the story.
It's a cool story.
Yeah.
It's so important to preserve.
Yeah, it is.
The roots.
It's our identity, and it's kind of what makes us unique, right? It's our traditions, our cultural background. We are not all the same. We don't come all from the same place. And this is something that I think it's marketable also like a new product. I mean, I guess there's very few people outside Madera Island that actually knows Madera music, or where it came from, what's the origins, why is it special. It's in the some little island in the middle of the Atlantic, but actually it was a very important harbor for the ships that came from North Europe and North Spain that came to Africa. Everybody stopped in Madeira to refuel and all of that.
Yeah.
And so we are a crossover of many influence. We have many influence from North Africa and from North Europe. This is why it's so tribal and why, yeah.
How big is the population of Madeira?
It's very small. It dropped in the last few years.
Because we left.
We left, yeah. So it was a huge loss for the island.
Yeah.
It's almost 300,000 people. I know that it was in the over 300,000, but the last counting dropped less than 300,000.
It's like Iceland population.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the island, it's much smaller.
So it's more condensed.
Yes.
Yes.
Iceland, it's a huge island.
And do you see yourself as Portuguese people, or you see yourself just belonging to the Portuguese government, but Madeiran's people? How is it?
You can call it like this. But
Yeah. What's the difference between you and Portugal that you feel?
Pride. Yeah.
Well, there's an old, I don't know where that come from, but I guess in every land you have this kind of competition. Who's the best? Who has the best food? Who has the best whatever? And of course, that between not only Madeira and continental Portugal, but don't forget about Azores, which is the other archipelago. So Portugal, mainland, continental, has two autonomous archipelagos, which is Madeira and Azores. And also this, who's the best Islanders?
How far are they from
They are closer to Canada, so they don't
Canada?
count.
How close to Canada if you want to fly?
They're too far away.
Also to Canada.
Yes, they are very, very in the Atlantic. If you see in the map, they are far north and west. So this is why Azores people from Azores, immigrate to Canada. It's very, very close to them.
Okay.
Much closer than us. We are far south. Yes.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, go check it out.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, there's this
Okay.
competition with the continental and the island.
It's like England, like
England,
Irish
Irish
people
in
in England.
England.
They're all like,
I don't identify myself.
but
with
for
that.
us, it's the same thing. It's
But you
Portuguese
ask-
and the Madeiran.
You ask, do I identify as Portuguese or Madeiran? Actually, I identify as a citizen of the world. I like to think of me as, of course, I like my island and the roots and the traditions, and I dig deep in those. But I try not to close myself in that, but open up to the world. I think there's a better and bigger chance there, and more things to discover. And I love hearing music, traditional music from all over the world, and hearing things I never heard before, and get inspired by that. Of course, I don't want to be closed in the traditions of how Madeiran music should sound. There's the purist, the guys that study the Madeiran music would say, you cannot put a electronic bass on that, because there was no. I mean, we have to open up to
New experiments.
yes. So
We need to adjust.
yeah.
Being an islander is can be dangerous dangerous in a way that you close yourself to, you limit yourself a lot because we live in a small island and people living there think the world, that is the world for them. Many people never left the island. And,
Never left the island.
Never left the island, and they're afraid to go on a plane, for example. And and for them, the rest of the world comes from the TV, and
The most accurate representation of the world.
exactly. So for them, the world is a horrible place. It's only tragedies, wars, and catastrophes, natural catastrophes, and when it was pandemic, for example. For them, it's like that series, that stupid series, the zombie series. I never see it.
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. It's a Walking Dead episode.
Situation going on.
The world. Oh my God! This is like we're going to turn. Everyone will turn into zombies, but we are here protected. So
In the island, no one
foreign
can come.
people cannot come because they bring diseases and.
I think it
Wow.
was not just in the island.
It was not just in the
Yeah.
island, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is so crazy. Yeah, people in big cities also isolated, like
Yes.
people who are living in an island.
Yes, yes, yes.
Scary. How far is it if I want to take a plane from Madera Island, let's say, to Lisbon?
1 hour and a half.
Ah,
4.5 from here. There are direct
From Berlin.
flights from Berlin.
and if I want to take a ship
From where?
from Lisbon to Madera Islands or vice versa?
There are no ships from Madera.
yeah,
They're from Porto.
Two things. You can do that, but you would take the ship with the containers. There's no ship. There's no regular. Only mainland Portugal to Madeira. Only cargo ships. If you want, but you can do it in how did they call transatlantic, which they are, but they go around the Atlantic and actually from the Northern Sea, from here, from Germany, North Sea, some of them are start there and go all over, come to Madeira, stop there for a day or two, and then go.
But
to
cargo
Greece.
ships as well?
Cargo ships from the mainland.
Or you can take a cruise.
A cruise. This is what I'm talking about.
Cruises, like
A cruise. Yes.
And it's
And
something different.
how much time from the mainland to? I think it's 24 hours.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
You call
it's
Portugal the mainland?
the
Yes.
mainland to the island by ship. Yeah, it's like 24 hours, 25.
Wow.
It's a lot.
So I'm happy we have airplanes.
Yes.
And is it also that the tradition of the island remain untouched? On the one hand, there is a lot of traffic that you said always went there and influenced, but on the other hand, it's still an island, and there is not as much as traffic, let's say, as Berlin or Paris.
You mean traffic as in?
It's people coming, staying.
There's a lot of people there.
a lot
Yeah.
of tourists.
I mean, the
lot
main
of German
resource,
people
the main
living there.
resource of income for the economy of Madeira, the big one is tourism.
Yeah,
no
the
there's-
crazy shores there and crazy beaches.
there's no big factories. I mean, there's some small,
Yeah,
but
some.
the big economy of Madeira lives through the tourism, and so there's a lot of activities for tourism. You have lots of parties and festivals all over summer, winter, and the New Year's Eve. It's a big thing, and the Christmas and the flower festival, the wine festival.
Festivals are really good there. That's a positive thing.
Yeah, festivals for every taste, every age, all over the place. And what else? Oh, they do for tourism activities. They do also. There is this. We have a big forest in the heart of the island, the main mountains, and there's a curiosity because back in the, I don't know, the decade, I don't want to lie, maybe 60s, 50s, 60s, the peasants, they build a net of water canals to gather the water of the rain and take the water down to the fields in the shore. And this net of canals, they're still there, but they are not used for this purpose anymore because they are reservoirs. In these days, they don't need it. So it became a tradition to use this network of canals to do walks. And it's a huge thing for tourism. They are all over the mountains.
They dried completely the canals.
No, there's still water there. The water still goes there. Still rains.
But you go around it.
Yeah.
No, you go by
It's
beside.
very
beside.
nice.
It's
very nice.
really beautiful because you
Best
can
thing.
cross. You can cross the forest everywhere. It's I highly recommend do it bare feet.
Always in nature, go barefoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a recharge of energy.
Yeah.
Every time we go there, we do it, and everybody does it with shoes on, and they look at us and they think we are crazy, but
Or poor.
But we're trying to start a trend to people to do it with bare feet, but it didn't stick until today. Let's see, we keep doing it.
There is an actual word for that, to go barefoot. It's called earthling.
Yeah.
Earthling.
Yes,
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
what we do when we go
Earthling. I think so. Maybe I fuck it up.
there. Yeah.
But basically what it means is that you ground yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the electricity. You need to have grounding
Yes.
so you can close the circuit.
Yes.
And that's what we do when we touch with our skin in a ground.
Yeah.
So the energy can go out of our bodies and not being stuck there.
Yeah, discharge.
Yeah, there is also those carpets you can plug into the electricity, and it's also
Carpets,
grounding
you
you.
said?
Yeah, carpets.
Really?
Yeah, carpets, and also those things you put the keyboards and the mouse, and they're also grounded. So you can use them while you sit in a PC, or maybe on your bed you can have them as well, and it grounds you.
Oh, I never heard of those.
Yeah, it's the same idea.
Oh my God, I'm learning so
We're-
much today.
We're discovering so many things with this son of a pigeon.
It's amazing.
Really good.
Thank you. It's the spirit of the pigeon.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Maybe sound of an owl would be better
Yeah.
without the pigeon.
No, I like son of a pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are many hacks, and this is what I like about living in today's life. Everything is very accessible. A lot of people saying, fuck capitalism, it's bad, it's making us poor. But the fact is, those people say that they're usually lazy, and they're not willing to do the effort in order to make the money. So those who do make the effort, and they think, and they do something, they get it because they deserve it.
They worked for it.
Yeah, if someone plays guitar for, I don't know, for 1 year, and then someone comes and play guitar for 10 years, this guy who plays for 1 year cannot be discouraged by the 10-year
Yes.
experience, you know?
Yeah. True,
You
true.
can just get inspired and keep on going.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's
capitalism,
the way.
it's amazing because then I can buy all... First of all, the information is right here, everywhere. It's so easy to get information. And then I just go to Amazon and I just look up for it. And thanks to capitalism, someone realized a very efficient way to make it, to produce this product and to ship it and to send it. Why not?
Comes to your door.
Comes to my door. I pay, I don't know how much it costs. Let's say this carpet, maybe 50 euros. Come on, what is 50 euros? For most of us, it's like 4 or 5 hours of work. And we have something that can really help us get all the stress out. So like those little things in life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
Are you...
I'm taking notes. I'm
You're
taking.
taking
I'm
notes.
not.
It's been
I'm
recorded,
not.
yeah.
I'm not. But I will hear the podcasts afterwards
Oh, yeah.
and take notes.
I'm curious if AI will choose what sections of the conversation AI choose.
Oh,
They will be the best viral conversations.
wow.
Are you passing this on AI?
Yeah, I take like 45 minutes. Usually I take towards the end of the conversation because then, you know, the guests are more relaxed and then I take it to AI, and then AI decides the best moments.
We will see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
AI, behave yourself. Don't cut my words.
Yeah, just give us some solutions to earn more money.
AI. Yeah, listen, on YouTube there is everything, especially with AI. There are some people who really go for it, and I've seen this video. It's a girl that she said how ChatGPT. Are you familiar with ChatGPT?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So how ChatGPT can help you study everything. So let's take the model of 80-20. You need to know like 20% of the things about a certain subject to do 80% of the tasks. So if I want to play music, for example, let's say 20% will be to learn the major scale. If I learn the major scale, I can play 80% of the music. So she took this idea as well to everything you learn. So she went to ChatGPT and she asked them, I want to learn, let's say, for example, how to do, to be a carpenter. So what skills I need to do to have the most developed as a carpenter, and then ChatGPT just writes it down. Yeah, and then you see those topics, and then you ask ChatGPT, "Hey, can you make a more detailed answer about what are the phases of learning this skill?" It's crazy. It's
And you
really,
did.
really
It
crazy.
is. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
We agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We use it a lot
Yeah.
What do you use it for?
for bureaucracy.
Yeah.
It's amazing for this.
Yes.
For German bureaucracy?
Yep.
How do you use it?
Yeah, we just we translate the letters and then we say ChatGPT, tell those guys. Sometimes I'm so angry and I say, just tell these guys to fuck off, and the guy and ChatGPT will say, so we'll write a friendly letter, very polite, saying, "Okay, I am not satisfied with your decision because it's not fuck off." But he translated like, "I am not satisfied with your decision about this and that. Can we do it in this way, or can we talk about it and find another solution?" Things like that.
Oh, this is great.
This
Yeah.
is great.
Yes.
I can be angry, really angry, and then he puts it in a very polite way.
Yes.
It's great.
I also used it to translate letters for bureaucracy stuff in Germany,
Yeah.
and it did really good job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use it for so many things. I tried also to make ChatGPT teach me German. I asked them make a fun game for me that I need to fill the right word for the sentence.
And he did.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and it just gave me some letters, some sentences, and I need to fill the right word, and then I would put all the words, and it will tell me what is correct, what is not.
Nice.
If it was too hard, I would tell ChatGPT it was a bit too hard for me. Can you make
Yeah.
it a bit easier?
Turn it down, please.
And it will say no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ultimate data analyst. I think this AI, no matter what it's doing, it's the ultimate data analyst.
Yeah.
I use it mostly for the content that I create, except the podcasts, which is actually people talking.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the photos of the son of a pigeon, except the first photo. So all the rest AI generated.
Wow.
Yes, all the videos, most of the videos, I would say. There is a guy, his name is Carga Sanders, and he was on the podcast like 15 episodes ago, something like that. Really awesome dude, great rapper, great person, great business person. And he was just so kind, and he helped me a bit with the reels. So he would make them himself. I would have to listen to the podcast again, find those moments that I think were the best. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really the best. Then I had to transcribe, send it to Cario. He will need to put the text there, make sure it's all in the same place correctly, and then to send it to me. It's so messy to do it like that.
Yeah.
Now I just take video, upload, click, wait,
It's amazing.
another click, everything is here.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
Also with music, have you been exposed to music AI?
I didn't try anything like that with music. I heard something about it. didn't impress me so far, but I'm sure it will
Yeah.
come to
Improve.
that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as we think, it will always lack the imperfection of the
Yes.
soul,
Especially
right?
the
He will do it
imperfection.
so perfect that it will not sound. I don't know.
I don't know. Also.
I don't know.
Unless
Can
he,
be a real
unless
surprise.
the AI analyzes the imperfections and replicates the
Can be possible as well.
This could be. But I think the imperfections are crucial to get a true connection. And yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And I don't want to go. I don't want to pay for a concert where robots are playing. I still prefer to see people playing.
I think there are two cases to use AI in music. One of them is for mixing. I think that can be
Oh
breakthrough.
yes, that can be useful.
There are already tools like that they give you EQ, and the EQ is dynamic. So AI is already checking the sound, making sure that the right frequencies are there and the right compression.
Yeah.
So yeah, this saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
Especially for mastering, probably.
Yeah, mastering, I think it will be very good.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are any tools about it with mastering. Probably there are.
I think there is already, even before AI. For example, SoundCloud has this service about automatic mastering.
Yeah.
I never tried it, but probably doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, there are a lot of services like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Isotope, this company, they started with that.
Isotope, yes.
They had great plugins that you can just put on the mix bus and you will click and everything will be done for you.
Sometimes it doesn't work. Well, yeah. But if you know how to tweak them, like small tweaks, maybe yes.
You using them, Isotope?
I use. I already used them. What isotope was I? I use the RX isotope RX to correct noises and the clicks and to clean the sound. Isotope RX.
Nice.
I use it a lot. This is what I use from Isotope.
Also
The rest
background
of it-
noises? Background noises as well?
Yes.
Cool. I
Yes,
started to
this-
use this plugin from Waves.
Which one?
It's called a deverb. So it just takes
Deverb.
the reverb and deverbs it.
So the RX, it does a really good job.
Yeah, they're great. Is it expensive, Isotope? Usually they are quite pricey.
Everything is expensive in these plugins things, and
Not
I
Waves.
you work with the Reaper, right?
Yeah.
I work with Cubase, which is just another platform. Doesn't mean it's better. But everything is like so expensive. Like to invest, it's last time I bought Cubase, like the latest version. The week later, they were showing the new version, like
Ah, shit.
1 week later. Oh,
But you don't
shit,
get
man.
updates or something like this?
Yeah, but okay, when it's close, you do it for free. But if it's an update like 6 months later, you have to pay like €100 for the update.
Oh, damn, it's a lot. Yeah, I used to have Pro Tools and Cubase, but they were pirated. And here I am saying it publicly. And there is some pantomima that's going on here. Some sign languages about
Oh my
me
God.
not supposed to say that.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I wonder
Don't
who
say
else.
that. Talk about LSD.
Yeah, and now Reaper, basically you can use it as evaluation. Until the end of your life, you get the full access to the program. And if you want to purchase the license, which I did purchase the license, so I'm legal,
Okay.
then you buy it for 60 euros.
Yeah, Reaper is very...
And it's amazing.
It's
I used
cheap,
to
and
be
yeah.
with Pro Tools, and Pro Tools is amazing. But Reaper, it does the same work.
Absolutely.
And it's lighter than Pro Tools. That's how it feels on my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought like, okay, I cannot use Pro Tools. I have to buy it for exaggerated amount of money. And now, fuck.
Yeah.
But this is also something about, it's romantic to think, no, I will buy Pro Tools. I will put the money to buy Pro Tools and not Reaper that it's free. But
Yeah.
no, fuck this shit. No one cares how I mix my music. They care about what it
Exactly.
sounds like in the end.
If you work very well with them, that's these things, these opinions about like Pro Tools is the industry standard. That's nothing. I mean, if you do it, if you work with Reaper and do the same, and you have the same results as a guy with Pro Tools, why not? I mean, if it works for you, so for me it's Cubase. Because why? Because I'm with Cubase since the version 1.0, like in the 80s. So I know it very well. So why change? Because it works very well for me. And the sound is not better. Pro Tools doesn't sound better than Cubase or vice versa.
Yeah, this is complete bullshit.
Complete bullshit. It's nothing to do with sound. Audio works better. No.
Yeah,
well,
it's all digital anyway.
In the past, it used to be, okay, there were some flaws, but now, any platform, if you know how to work with it, Ableton, Reaper, Cubase, what else? Logic,
yeah.
Yeah, if it's your thing, yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
and for those who want to buy Pro Tools and they have Reaper, so how much is Pro Tools? I think like 1,000 euros, something like this.
I don't know, but
you can also have subscription, so you pay like 30 euros a month and you get subscription.
Yeah.
But this is crazy because this money can be leveraged into publishing and promoting the music, which can generate way more money back. But it's so romantic to have the original Pro Tools version.
Yeah.
But that's the when the devil is coming in our thoughts. Yeah. And then we just spend the money and give it away to Pro Tools. We pay them basically.
And then we go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then, but they send you a thank you note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's it.
Almost. We have a last song.
Ooh.
And just before we listen to the song, how can people find you?
We are in Schönberg right now.
Don't
but we're going to move. Oh, no.
No, that's a secret. So we are in all platforms. You can just search for Nuno and The End. YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah.
And
the videos are very nice. And Cristina does it. She directs all my videos.
Cool.
And they are very good. Very, very good.
Thank you.
So...
And Hummana also, you can look up for in the internet, YouTube, whatever. But
you won't find it.
It's Hummana with 2 M's. I don't sell vintage clothes, no.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry, but it's Hummana with 2 M's.
It's a bit harder to find because Google...
Yeah, still looking for me.
Thinks that Hummana is like
it's a vintage clothes.
Clothes, but
it's
a concept we have to find a solution for. Otherwise, it will get lost.
Yeah, but we're working on that.
We're working on that. We're thinking of solutions because Hummana is so cool. It's Hummana. Hummana. Everybody will think of the franchise.
Yeah, this is why we added Hummana, at least for this beginning phase of the project, which has 2 years. It's Hummana Music Project. So like
Hummana
this,
music.
you will find it for sure.
Yes.
But
and also in the description of Spotify, there are links. So you will see Hummana, and then for all links, you will see a link there, and you can click it, and it will take you to a link tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a link tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this is a very good thing for marketing, Linktree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we use it.
Yeah.
We use push, but
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
concept
Same
of having an external link that
Yeah.
collects all the link inside of it.
It's a, yeah.
And some of the services, maybe you need to pay premium, but then you can put kind of a tracking device on it, like a Facebook Pixel or Google Tag Manager. And then, let's say with the Facebook Pixel, if someone clicks on different links, we have a count where they clicked, and we can also retarget them.
Yeah.
So this is amazing for every musician. I think this is one of the hardest thing to track when we do any kind of promotion, or how many traffic is going through anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't know that.
Again.
Oh my God.
Taking notes.
Are you taking notes?
Yes.
That works. It's Linktree doing that?
I don't know if Linktree, but I think every service that respects itself, they provide this kind of features.
Because
I don't know which exist. Linktree is the most famous one.
We use push probably.
Yeah, Push is also
They
good.
have probably.
yeah, it's free and it's good, but we don't have that.
Yeah, it's usually it's the premium. You pay like I don't know, like $10 a month or something like that,
Okay.
and then they give you more options.
Okay, we
Oh,
must investigate.
we'll explore it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about paying a little bit and learning how to leverage it. For me,
Yes.
every time that I need to pay for a service, I think, how can I make this back?
Back. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if it's really expensive and it's one time, then I'm thinking, how can I make it back fast? And then
Yeah.
I get rid of it, and then I just leverage the service, which I don't need to pay for all the product. But it's not easy. So many restaurants did not see my face.
Oh my god, yeah.
All right, let's hear Eternity. Thank you guys so much
Thank
for coming here.
you.
That was
Thank
surprisingly
you.
amazing podcast.
Thank
And
you
you're
for
really
having-
a beautiful spirit. I really enjoy that.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank
Same
you.
wise.
Peace.